Okay, guys, this is like the easiest thing you've had to do all week. I give you the equation for every single one of these. So really, it's not even one of those things that I'm like, do this really hard thing while I'm gone. All you're doing is really plugging in the numbers into the right place and then identifying the independent and dependent variable for these. So go ahead and pause and do them, all of them, and come back and check your answers. All right, guys, this is the answers to the first two. It's very important that you understand what the independent and the dependent variables are. Remember, independent means that nothing relies on it, and dependent means something does rely on it, like the price depends on how many people. The leftover points depends on how many rides taken. Okay, so going into page 2, that should have been your thought process. Also, if you got stuck on C, pause the video again, knowing that 350 over S is the same thing as 350 divided by S. All right, go ahead and check your answers on this one too. Now that you've had time to look through it, remember you're replacing both ends with the same number because the variable is the same. Okay, so that should help. Moving on. All right, here are the answers for these. Remember, when you have that little 2, that means you're multiplying it by itself. So 5 times 5 gave me 25, and 4 1/4 times 4 1/4 gave me 25/16 for part E. And then for part F, it's times itself again. So it's 5 to the third, which is 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. And then 4 times 4 times 4 would give you 64. And I simplified. All right. Now we are on to G and H. Okay, again, you are substituting in the hours for G to get the total savings, which is, oops, I did that backwards. Actually, this should be the opposite. So this is independent is hours, because you can control how many hours you work. And this is savings, because this is how much you have in the long run. Okay. Savings. Okay. For this one, number H, or letter H rather, you got to use your fact families again. So 18,000 equals 20S is also 18,000 equals S times 20, or 18,000 divided by S equals 20, or 18,000 divided by 20 equals S. And you find that this is the best one to use. And when you do 18,000 divided by 20, you get 90, or 1,800 rather. You get 90. So hopefully that was helpful. Last slide. For this one, it says I have a $50 gift card. Each game I play, G deducts $180 from my gift card. The equation below represents the B balance after playing the games. So your dependent variable is B balance, because that's what you get as a result of playing the games. The independent variable is G games, because you control how many you play. Okay, and then when we put in the information here, we would have 50 minus 180 times 4. 180 times 4 is 720. So you would rewrite this as 50 minus 720, and that is 4280, which is your final balance on the gift card. How many games can you play before the gift card runs out? So that looks a little bit different. You have your original equation, but we're really looking for how many games I can play for $1.80. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 50 divided by the 180 per game. And remember, I need whole numbers. So when I do that, I'm going to end up with a decimal, because 50 divided by 180 is 27.7 repeated. But we can't have this decimal, and we can't do a fraction of a game. When you pay for a game at an arcade, you have to pay for the whole game. So you have to go with the whole number. So really, your answer is only 27. You'd say 27 games. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.